We don't condone the use of any illegal substance or any illegal activity. This video is intended for instructional and educational purpose only. Watch at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden where the green leaves sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it all way. Mr. Guinness got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Ooh, I'm slacking
Happy
tonight.
Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
It's the day of love.
It is. And it is a Friday. So that's always a good day because that means we get to see some gardens tonight.
Hell yeah. I mean, anybody that's not, celebrating with their significant others. But hey, maybe they watch our show together.
That's right.
Never
Exactly.
know.
So
Never know.
last week, we unfortunately had to cancel our interview due to the guest having a family emergency. But you could still find all of our previous episodes over on Spotify under Garden Cultivation Network. You could also find us over on Instagram under Garden Cultivation Network, Sea Bunny Grows 2, and Mr._Ganix. As most of you guys know by now, Mr. Ganix's account has been taken down. So if you haven't followed his new account, now's the time.
Please do. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. I appreciate it. though,
And
when you do.
next Wednesday, we have D the Bud Guy for our
Yes, we
Wednesday
do.
night interview. That's going to
Yes,
be
we
so
do.
much fun.
And I just have to quickly upload something to StreamYard. So if you want to keep talking, you go nuts. I'll just give me like 2 minutes and I will.
So I'm assuming you don't want me to say congratulations yet.
Not yet. Because like I said, I've been slacking.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Let's see who we have in here tonight. We have Curly Greenleaf, Muskoka Grower, Papa Puffs, Roger Allen, J Rats in the house. Thank you, J Rats, for keeping the chat clean and helping us keep everybody positive. Who else do we have in here? We have Late Legal Alien, Miss K's Garden, Thurgood, Buddy Weeds. We have a lot of cool people in here tonight.
We got the homies in the house. For sure.
We do. Yes, D is going to
Yes.
be such a great interview. I am excited. We have Doors here. We have M.O. Manic Meds. Mom Manic Meds. I like that name. It's
Okay.
cool how people come up with some of their names.
Okay.
There's some good names out there.
I would actually like to know how people came up with their names because some of them are super
That is
simple,
one of
and some of them are like there's a crazy story behind it. So
that is one of my favorite questions to ask. My next question is, has Mr. Ganick posted the link yet?
No, I'm doing that as we speak. I'm telling you, I'm behind. but I'm working
It's
on
all
it.
the extra love you were giving to yourself today.
That's right. Absolutely.
So
Ain't nobody
it
else gonna give it
is
to me.
it is Friday, so it is come show your grow. So all you got to do is click on the link and you will be sent into the background. Um, are we ready for our congratulations now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we
So,
are.
congratulations to our cultivator of the week. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Pulling up the pride, the community's yours. Every bud you nurture, it opens up doors. With the fire in your heart and the grind in your hands, you elevate the scene like you're making plans. In this garden of dreams, you rise like the sun. So here's to you, cultivator of the week. With every single strain, you got us feeling weak. Thank you for the love, the knowledge, the bliss. In this cannabis game, you cannot be missed. Shine bright, keep pushing through the haze. You're the unsung hero in this green world maze.
Douglas, I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so congratulations to Mo. Mo Grows.
Mo Bro stuff.
Yes,
Yes, yes. She's super cool. Did you
she
see
is, and she
she
is
was a
so
GDC
nice.
Cup winner last year? Year before. 2024. Which is
Yes.
really cool. I think that was the first year she ever grew her own plants, other than helping, and she actually won. I don't remember which place she said, but she placed in the top 3, I believe. So
That's badass.
that's an achievement right there. That's something a lot of us who've been growing for a long time haven't achieved yet. So that's pretty fucking badass.
I'd
So
say.
yes,
Yes. So
yes.
congratulations to her. And if you'd like to know more, we did ask her some questions, and the answers are posted over on Instagram.
Sorry, I'm just catching everything up here, but we're good. We're good. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. It's been a busy week. It's
It
been a busy
has
week.
been. It has
We
been.
we we also recorded an episode. I won't say who it was with, but we also recorded an episode on Monday
We
for a
have.
later date. And it's going to be one of our March dates as a premiere. So
We
that
will
was
be post. Yeah, we will be doing a premiere in March, the beginning of
yes,
March, with a
yeah.
special
So
guest.
first Wednesday of March, I believe.
Yes. Yes. So that's going to be
So yeah,
exciting. So again, just a
it will be.
reminder, it is Friday. It is come show your garden. So if you want to come and show your garden, all you got to do is click the link. You will be sent in the backyard where Mr. Organics will let you know where you stand in line.
Yes. Yes, yes. Are you ready? Or you got anything else to talk about? Or
I mean, could talk about anything and keep going, but I think I'm ready.
what I mean is, are you ready to
Mm,
start seeing some gardens? Because there's a few in the
I
back
am.
that
Yes.
I'm always
Let's
excited for.
see.
Yeah, you ready?
The chat is ready. I am ready. Let's
Are you sure that?
go.
Are you sure the chat's ready? I don't know. I don't know if they are or not.
Well,
All right,
mean cannabis or mine mean
Minnie,
mini cannabis. Yeah,
he's
she's
ready.
definitely ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Tenero's ready.
All right. Hey, Mac One, I got some Mac One rosin here. Ah,
Ooh,
It's nice and
I
white.
got some green crack.
Some Muskoka grower was talking about Mac One. Actually, J Rats gave me this. He got some the other day. Got a couple extra ones and hooked me up, which is super
Nice.
cool. But
Yes.
yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Cool. What's up, man?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What's going on, everyone?
Oh, you know, just chilling.
Yeah.
Friday,
Chilling like a
Friday
baby.
the 14th.
National
Miss,
TV Day.
yes, yes,
Oh, I
yes.
hope everybody's been doing good. So I just hit
Doing all right.
3 weeks in flower for the girls.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
And they were looking nice last week.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
There we go.
Wow.
So this is a 4x8. We got it all scrubbed out.
Damn.
Beautiful. I like
Yeah.
when they're that age. You could see they're not quite big buds yet, but they're like golf balls. And
Yeah.
Well, you can see the difference almost every time you open your tent at this stage.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's bigger buds or a little bit more frost than last time, there's always something different.
Scrogged up
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
higher.
nice and clean underneath.
Nice.
And this phenome's going to be purple. That's the Hemi Sunrise. It's a beautiful strain, the purple phenome.
She's already
That's the green strain of the same phenome. So two different phenomes, same strain.
Nice.
nice. Yeah, that purple one's already starting too. She's gonna be black, eh?
Oh yeah, it turns purple like on week 2. You start seeing the purple on that. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
And yeah, and
Nice.
Bubba Kush 2.0, one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a
That's up
tasty
really
one.
nicely too.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's a really tasty strain.
And then this
Okay,
tent is getting flipped tomorrow after I cut some clones. These are all new plants, except for the Hindu Kush landrace. I was just re-vegging, making a mom out of it. So that's that one. We got a Seedsman
nice,
CBD 30-1 here. This little
crazy.
guy down here is a pre-98 Bubba Kush.
Nice.
Then we've got Unicorn Piss.
That one always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
What do you got,
Some
Ganix piss in your tent?
Critical Kush by Barney Farms. And then this one is an old school OG Kush.
Nice,
Nice.
Yeah.
nice. I like that you got a little bit of new and old in there.
Oh, yeah. Yep. This one's all strains I've grown except for the Grand Syrian and Syrian Black Cherry. This is my
Okay.
first time growing those out. Everything else I've grown out at least one.
And
More than likely a lot more.
how are you liking the new ones so far?
Oh, they're stacking up beautifully.
Yeah, you could tell.
Those are all the same age too, right?
Yes.
Beauty.
Everything in this tent was clones. So
Okay.
I did have a mom of this, but I vegged it all out and took clones because I didn't have room for the moms. So I cut the clones,
Right.
got rid of the moms, and then grew the clones out again. Same with this one.
Nice.
I got these two from a friend of mine, JoJo, who grows as well, and she grew them out, and I sampled both strains, and they were unbelievable. So,
Nice. Yeah, JoJo's a good grower.
oh yeah, she's a really good girl.
She's cool. She's fucking hilarious, man.
She is.
Yeah, we got together the other day. I got a humidifier off her, and she gave me some new Seedsman seeds that she had because she's got too many seeds.
Yeah. I remember a while back she pretty much sold everything she had for
Well,
like equipment, lights and tents and all kinds of
JoJo?
stuff.
No,
Yeah.
she's got a
It's like a year
ton of
ago or
stuff.
something.
Well, she sold some of her older equipment and upgraded, but
Oh yeah, that makes
she's got a
sense.
huge setup now. It's a lot
Oh
bigger than
yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Dope.
but it's nice because
Yeah, when I get set up, you'll have to come check mine out. You'll have to come
for sure.
over and
Yeah,
see the
it's nice
garden
because
firsthand.
I keep certain strains and she keeps certain strains. So if we want that cultivar back, we just grab a clone off each other now.
Trade back and forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Send it back and forth. Yeah.
that's pretty
Because
cool.
she's
Good way to
grown
do
my
it.
Hurricane, the Han Solo Burger, the Bubba Kush. Yeah, she's gotten a few strains off of me. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a great
nice.
network.
That's awesome.
You know the right people and you know how they
Yep.
grow and they're clean and because
Yep.
I'm super sketchy when it comes to clones. Even from JoJo, I'll segregate them for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
From
you have
anything
to.
Better
else
safe
I
than
grow.
sorry.
Yeah, I had
And then
And
he,
sometime
I had spider
and
mites.
sometime the
I
person
would
doesn't
never-
even know.
yeah,
Exactly. Some
Yeah.
people don't even know they have pests.
Yeah, and they don't mean to
and
pass it on. So, but
Exactly.
it's always number one. Always separate them and whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And any good grower will
minimum
do
2
that too,
weeks.
not
Yeah.
and never take offense to that. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
if
no.
when I got
I do
clones
that
from
with
you, I
my
do the same thing.
houseplants. I
Exactly.
do that with my houseplants.
Same thing.
You have to
Yeah.
do it with houseplants too, because you bring them into the house,
Yep.
you affect everything, you lose all your plants. It's like
Exactly.
same process with fish. When you take fish home, you keep them in a separate tank for a day or two, and then you put them in the tank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's the way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, when I finally move in a week or two, I'll
okay,
get everything all set up, and then you gotta come over and check it out when everything's up and running.
for sure, you should have a
Definitely.
housewarming sesh.
I should.
I'll be
A
there.
I really
live
should.
housewarming sesh.
I should.
Exactly.
That'd be fun. I'll get everything moved in first and set up, and then maybe a couple weeks in we'll do it.
Okay,
That's a good
sounds good.
idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
Okay,
Good
guys.
idea.
I will tap out and let the next person in line. Thank you for having me. Hope everybody has.
Alrighty,
Thank you
brother.
for coming on.
Stay good. Stay safe. Cheers.
You too.
Happy
PPG day, buddy.
Valentine's. Have a great night.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who we got next, Mr. G?
I just had to double check. I think I basically just went in order of the lineup on the bottom. I don't think I picked who came in
Thanks.
first. I just went with the order.
Yes.
I'm ready. Are
Thanks
you?
everyone for joining. Yes.
You ready? All right. We'll just go
Cheers,
back to this one
everyone.
here. Oh, we'll bring them in on the big screen. Boom.
Happy Friday.
Got the stuff.
You
at
forgot
the,
to say it was getting
Christmas
weird
had-
in here.
had Kryptonite on it, so I thought I'd wear my Superman shirt.
There
yeah.
you go.
Broke some Kryptonite. Why not?
Fuck yeah. Is that what you got? Is that rosin that you had in there?
Yeah, it's not really Kryptonite. It's live rosin of some uh, it's called white
Yes.
white Durban is what it said on it, and it's a sativa.
Ooh.
And I thought it would be a cross between there's a triploid out there that they called the white. It is just solid white, doesn't have any flavor, and this doesn't
yeah?
have any flavor either. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's that cross with Durban poison.
Doesn't have any flavor. What do you mean?
It's just bland. You don't. It doesn't have any flavor. You hit
Weird.
it, it's real mild too. You don't.
Hmm.
I took a Papa Puff size dab hit off of that, and it didn't even barely killed me.
Huh.
You know.
And if I took a Papa Puff size dab, I would be literally dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. I'm getting over being sick right now too, so even like the smallest dabs that I've been doing, I've just been dying off them. Dying.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to get away from the dabs. And what I like to do when I'm sick and stuff like that is I get the infused honey
been-
and put a couple of big spoonfuls in my tea.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
works real good.
Yeah, honey's good for you
Yeah.
when you're sick. A lot of musicians
Oh
use
yeah.
it to soothe their throats when they're singing as well.
Yep.
Get that manuka.
Well,
And if you have a, yeah,
these
yeah,
babies
exactly.
here are going to be next week, one more week, and one of them is going to go into the flower tent.
Nice.
They're healthy.
The other two are going to get topped, and the tops are going into the flower tent.
Okay.
See what they
Yeah, you're
are.
gonna clone them. You're gonna clone them straight to the 12-12.
I'm gonna put one plant, just move it over there, and then top the other two because I'll have more space that way.
Yep.
And let them spread out, and I'll train them to like that. But the one I'm just going to grow straight up and let it be what it is. But
Let it
I'll
be
at the
its
same
natural
time
self.
I'll see what it is, and then I got this skunk that's flowering out pretty nice, getting a lot of bud sites on it.
I like
And
bud
mind you,
sites.
none of these plants that I've showed you have ever gotten any Cali mag. Everything's
Okay.
fed through diatomaceous earth, and you see how good they
Diatomaceous,
are.
yeah.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth. I give it to them with stash blend.
Nice.
Nice.
And they seem to be loving it by the looks of them.
What I do is, you can see right here where I just progged holes in this. And
Yeah.
what I do is I let it dry back after I feed it. The top, when it looks like it's wet, but it's not, it feels hard. And I'll take my claw and claw it all up and get air down inside there, aerate it. And then I'll wait one more day. Let that air get in there. And sometimes I'll add the Epsom salt right then, because the salt kind of hastens that a little bit. And that gives you the chance to give you the magnesium as well. And that's part of my dry back process. I aerate it that the day before I'm done aerating it, like in the mid stage, and get the air down deep, a couple inches
Down
deep
deeper,
that way, and it dries out more evenly across the top.
Okay. Nice.
And that seems to work out good and keeps that crust from forming from all of the diatomaceous earth I put in there.
It does. It makes that layer on the top after. Well, once you get that dry back, you get that. It's like a crust almost. So yeah, I know
Yes.
That's what
exactly.
I break up with the
I see
claw.
why you're
See,
doing that. Yeah, makes sense. Definitely makes sense. I get that
and
when I
that,
do dry amendments as well. After a while, if you dry it back too much, you end up getting like a crust on the layer, on the top layer. So you got to kind of break it up a little bit.
in the past, I've had a couple where I first gotten the cocoa and first rinsed it, and the system I got works pretty good. I'm not using any Cali Mag on that either. That's also buffered with diatomaceous earth. But the very first plant I grow, sometimes I have problems. Sometimes I have to flush it when it's in veg,
Right.
because it's just the too much crap in the cocoa, and I'm rinsing brown shit out of there, right, from the
Yeah,
cocoa.
I used to
But
get my bricks and I would hydrate the bricks and then I would put them in like a strainer and I would wash my cocoa before I ever used
well,
it.
what I did specifically this last time that I'm talking about was I have 3 bricks, and I should in a 5-gallon bucket, and I should dissolve 1 brick in a 5-gallon bucket and change the water. I didn't do that. I kept using the water over and over again,
Right.
and I didn't get a good
Yeah.
enough rinse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, it makes
so,
sense.
yeah, I know what I did, but but regardless of what it is, because I've had problems like that when I do the autoflowers, I'm going to use the used cocoa core. The used cocoa core is actually better, like I'm
Yeah.
growing these in, but I take the used cocoa core and I rehydrate it in a bucket and get it moist again, and then I re-amend it with my mycorrhiza.
Okay.
That's the mycorrhiza I use. I spray that on. I put that on there, and a little bit of sugar, and basically
Activate
that's
the
like
microbes.
recharge. That's I probably could use recharge and do the same thing, but it gives it a boost,
Yeah.
and that's what I planted these in, and they're doing great. As you can see, there's no
No, they look
no
healthy. They look real
deficiencies or
healthy.
whatever in them,
Yeah, they do.
That looks
and
good, man.
because there's enough broke down calcium from the last time, from all that diatomaceous earth that's in there, there was no need to start it with any cow mag or anything, even though it was just from a
Right.
seedling root, right? It was already
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
No, it's good though.
also some other nutrients was already there. The leftover residual from whatever
Yeah.
I had in there. So that's all good for the soil. It was like almost like Fox Farm pre-amended stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you just
So
gotta be careful when you put the little ones in there that it's not too hot. But with cocoa, it shouldn't be because I mean with cocoa you're basically washing it out every time you water it, right? You're flushing
well,
it
yeah,
down and
and
flushing it
also
down.
you're sprouting them in cocoa. That's a separate cocoa that is not getting the feeding until it gets out of that rhizosphere, gets out of that root zone. It outgrows that cup size area that you when you transplant it, and that takes a few days. So it gives it time to
Yeah, and by the
transplant.
time the roots get out there, it's usually established enough that it can take a little bit of nutrients. So no, that's cool. Seems to be working for you, so I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, I like the system. I'm thinking about writing a book step by step, exactly what I'm doing, because
Yeah, you
I got
should.
a set amount of ingredients, and it makes it'll make it to where you can get a cost, an exact cost of what everything is,
Yeah.
because you know exactly what things you're going to have on hand and what their cost is, and everything that I use, with the exception of the stash blend, is stuff that you can get at the grocery store and the at the hardware store and the
Yeah.
local garden shops. You know,
Yeah.
it's not mail order stuff. Most of it
Yeah,
ain't.
which is nice because a lot of people don't want to order everything online. And a lot of people don't have local grow shops anymore. As I was talking to somebody today, they couldn't believe that I still have a local grow shop. We actually have 3 of them. But usually if you can get them at like a Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, it's usually going to be a little bit cheaper than a grow
Well,
store, but
here in Cincinnati, we got a local small businessman that's downtown Cincinnati, Woods Hardware, that has a little grow shop in the front. Not a grow shop, but a garden center. Grow
yeah.
tomatoes, whatever.
Yeah.
Plant, grow plant place.
Yeah.
And uh, they have started to carry the General Hydroponics line, the 3 bottles. They don't have the the extras, the what are the Cool Bloom, I think they call it. They didn't have any of that, but they've got the 3 main ones that you can get, and they got Cal Mag there, but didn't need any of that.
Well, that shows me that they're all kind of starting to get on board. There's a hardware store around the corner from me, and they actually have nutrients that's labeled cannabis, like it's cannabis nutrients. So I thought that was
They
pretty
haven't gone
cool.
as far as to do that yet, but they're stocking up on the for that type of grower right now. We're
Yeah.
carrying a line that they didn't carry before. And one of the things they just started doing was the General Hydroponics, which was the only thing I had to go to the hydroponics store to get.
I think we just lost Miss Bunny. We'll go here.
Oh, she'll be
Yeah, no, that's
back.
cool. There was I was buying worm castings, and there's a grow shop that's close to me. It's not my
Mhm.
go-to grow store, but I just happened to pop in there because I wanted to see what they had. They were new. So I went in there, and the worm castings that I was buying at the time, they wanted twice the price as they did from the hardware store that was like 3 or 4 doors down. And that's where I had been buying it from. And I had also bought it from the grocery store that I normally shop at for half the price. And I was in there talking to the owner, and I said, "Man, like, your prices are way, way too expensive. Nobody's gonna buy this." I said, "I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I can go to the store 2 or 3 doors down and get this for half the price." I said, "I'll take a picture of it if you want, and I'll show it to you." And I did, and I showed them, and they're no longer in business because he never changed his prices and nobody was buying anything, you know?
Yeah,
So, unfortunate. They had a lot of good stuff in there. They're just too expensive. Especially,
yeah,
like,
we got
when you could
uh,
go to a store 2 doors down, I didn't even have to go anywhere. I could walk to the store. It was right across the parking lot. So,
yeah, we got a similar situation. We've got this design area of merchant detail, and there's one person has opened up this boutique where you can get, some fresh homegrown berries there from helping a farmer out, but you're going to pay a huge price for it,
yeah.
and just a can of soda water is like, $6, you know,
Yeah. Oh,
and that's,
knocked over
Starbucks
here.
coffee is only 5. So to give you an
Yeah.
idea what, and then right around the corner, you got this Tusculum beverage guy, foreigner that runs it, and you can get everything 99 cents, you
Yeah.
know.
So you're going there for sure every time. So, yeah. Nice, man.
Well,
Yeah, your
I'm
garden is looking great. Everything looks super
yeah, I'm
healthy.
Yes,
glad
And if
it's
you
thank you
ever
so
and if you
much.
ever write that book, I want a copy of that.
yeah, I would probably be able to send it out hard copies because I would probably print it and make it myself.
Yeah,
I do that.
absolutely.
That's what I do. I run this little bookmaker. So,
Hell yeah.
that's that's
Cool,
that's
man.
why it's not unpractical for me to write a book.
Oh,
It might be something that we could have on giveaways here.
yeah, maybe. I don't know what just happened there. I guess it's his turn. We're
Well, yeah,
taking
it's your
turns.
turn. You blipped out last time, so
Yeah,
you just showed me what it's like.
I got
I
these
didn't do it on
buttons on the side
purpose.
of
My
my
kid
mouth.
called.
I
So,
got
what did you
buttons on
get
the
Miss
side of my
Bunny for
mouth today.
Valentine's Day?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
I am blessing her with my presence.
You're blessing
Kick
her
in the
with your
butt.
presence. Well, we know
Yes,
what kind of
yes.
flowers she likes.
Absolutely. And you know what? If I had extra
Hmm.
of those flowers right now, I would have definitely sent some. But when on my next harvest, Bunny usually does get some of my flowers when they're done. She's close enough that I
Yeah,
can send them in the mail, and it only takes a day or two to get there.
yeah, yes.
So
But
yeah,
yes, we are getting a full backyard.
Send your product around to one another, right? I wouldn't even try that here.
absolutely. Yeah, we do that all the time across the country.
Movie.
Yeah, we can send up to 30 grams at a time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh
pretty
well.
dope.
Yeah, I would never even try that here. But you can't rely on getting a legitimate package of through the mail around here anyway. Let
Yeah.
alone one that's questionable.
Yeah, no, it's legal. We're actually allowed to do it here, so but if you go over the 30 grams and you get caught, that's
That's
on
on you.
on you. But
dumb, ain't it? Can't you just, there's no limit on how many packages, but the packages can't weigh more than 30 grams. Come on.
Right.
You know,
The
all
inside
right.
of the packet. Yep.
Learn calculus. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. If you're good at math, you can figure it out. All right, brother. We're gonna say goodnight for tonight, but you have yourself a good weekend, and hopefully you have a good Valentine's Day, and we will talk with
Yes.
you soon.
Well, Superman's going to sit
Happy
here with his Christmas.
Valentine's.
All right, brother. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, I got these stupid buttons on the side of my mouse. They're back and forward, and I tapped it with my finger when I was sitting here with my hand on my book, and I went back, but when I go back, I exit out of StreamYard completely. And I was like, fuck. So
Are we ready for the next?
I think we are. And
Let's
just
go.
1 second. Okay. Let's see if he's ready. Boom.
Happy Friday.
Happy
We got black
Valentine's Day and Friday.
arms.
Happy
Happy
Valentine's Day.
B-Day. Whew, look at this.
Oh,
Holy.
how we
Those are
doing,
some
guys?
pretty ladies.
Thank you, thank you. We're on day 39 on the Whatever Grow. So in the front here, I've got the James Loud soap and ZBX cross that I'm calling Swept Clean. And then these two right
Wow.
here in the front. And then there's two in the back. Those are the Scout Snacks by Greenpoint Seeds.
Nice.
And then this one right here is a straw mata. I'm growing along with ACL Wolf, Farmer T, and Mary from Grow and Grind.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a hell of a 39 days, man. That looks really, really good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you.
It
Little leg
does.
shots.
Wow. Nice
Then
legs.
here is the other straw mata. Totally different pheno. This one is purpling out like crazy now. Throwing off some
Oh, she's
fruity,
pretty.
yeah, fruity terps. Just smell it in here. It's crazy, man.
Oh, we're supposed to
It
ask you what you're
looks like
doing
it
on
would.
what you're doing on Sunday.
Oh yeah. So Sunday I'm actually I'm popping my cherry on Conversations with Cortez. I'm going to be the guest.
Nice.
My very
Nice.
first
That's
time.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
kind of nervous, but talking to you guys and talking to everybody in these lives, it's kind of helped me, feel like I
Yeah,
can actually do it. So
you got
Oh,
lots of
you'll have
practice.
no problem.
You
Yeah.
got
You'll
nothing
be
to worry
great.
about. You got more than enough knowledge to talk the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping, man. I'm just glad it's only an hour, man. So
Oh, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do
You got
great.
thanks,
this
man.
for sure.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
This
Yes.
one right
you
here
got
is
nothing to
Congratulations.
worry about.
this one right here is the Terptomaniac cut. This was the one I was going to throw away. I was just trimming a plant over at the Rainbow Room and decided to
Man,
go
I'm
over
so
here and
glad you
give it
didn't.
a shot.
I'm so glad you didn't
Nice.
throw that one away.
And
Yeah,
then,
she's
speaking of the
beautiful.
Terptomaniac, here is the harvest from the Rainbow Room. Here is some of the Terptomaniacs. See if I can't find a decent one. How well it's
Nice.
actually going to show up, but it's pretty funky, man. It's
St-
it's very reminiscent of the Mellow Kitty that I grow from Romulan. These are all Romulan
Hmm.
genetics, Terptomaniac, and then this is the Romulan IX2. So the Terptomaniac, this is a 5-gallon tote. So there's whatever's in there, that's from 6 plants. And then these 2 totes are actually from the 9 plants of the Romulan IX2. These were the clones that I took from the mothers that I had in the basement here. Those awful yellow ones. Let's see if this one shows up.
Nice. You know you're doing something right when you got
Bins
bins
and
full.
bins and
Hey, I'm weed rich, but poor as fuck. You know what I mean? So,
Just like all of us. That's like all of us.
oh man, it's just.
Hey,
Anyhow,
at least you can say you're rich somehow, right? That's all that
that's
matters.
right.
I'm rich. I'm rich in our community. How about that?
Exactly. Your version of rich might be different for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. It's like
so
some
yeah.
people's trash is other people's treasures, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. So we got the next round. I'm getting ready to start on with the Romulan testers that I got recently.
Ooh.
Obviously, they're going in a can. I actually did talk to Jake. I'm actually able to give the crosses out with the names this time.
Nice.
I've actually got a
That's
cherry
exciting.
pie, right? I was like, because I was seeing people popping up the crosses, and I'm like, and on like on X and Instagram, and I'm like, Jake, what's going on, buddy? And he's like, oh, it's okay this time. I'm like, all right, sure thing.
Huh.
Good to know.
If you say so.
Right. So we
Yeah.
got one that's all of them are crossed with Romulan, obviously. So we got a cherry pie, a banana OG, a Cushman's, a Northern Lights #5, and a UK cheese. And in that order, their names are
Nice.
going to be Stinky Pink, Bad Nana Jamma, Peppermint Canalian, and Cheese Dip. So that's the next round of Romulan that'll be going to the Rainbow Room. I was over there tonight. I don't have that on because it looks like ass right now. I went over and I cut down all the carcasses that were left behind, emptied all the pots, getting it ready to go for the next round. I
Yeah.
guess I can take you guys downstairs. I'm not
Hell
too
yeah.
happy with downstairs right now, but
Oh no.
I have to show my failures too, right? It
Yeah,
is a total
unfortunately.
failure. It's not a loss,
That's part of growing. That's how we learn.
right?
Well, that's how we learn, by showing our our misfortunes, and then somebody else can learn from that too, you know. I love when other people
Exactly.
learn from my mistakes.
Look,
I think that's great.
just a mess, dude.
What
Just a
happened?
mess. It's been so cold. I don't know what's going
Mm,
on. I haven't really neglected them much at all. I don't know what's going on. It's been really cold. I've been fighting that, trying to pump heat into
yeah.
the tent. The only one that's really looking good is this Romulan, the salty pickle. Probably a little thirsty. There's
Is
another
that
one in
right
the
where the
Same.
back back
heat's
there.
is that right where the heat's coming into the tent right there?
So I actually changed it. If you remember, I was bringing it in the door. So I actually brought it in. I
Mm.
found a little
Oh, and it's coming in the
more
top.
length in that tube, and I brought it in right
Oh.
to the top. And I actually raised the tent up off the floor, even though I got a floor in there. Like just
Yeah.
anything I could do to try to get it separated from that coldness, you know. And
Yeah.
just looks like ass, man. This thing
Well, I
here
mean,
is
you
just
you can't be mad for lack of trying. I mean, you like at this point you're doing everything that you can, and I mean, they're either gonna make it or they're not, right?
right. So I gave him a little. I gave him a flush. I don't normally use tap water at all. Since I run RO, I didn't want to flush him with RO, so I ran it with tap
Mm,
water, just in case maybe it was
Hmm.
something like that, because I wasn't seeing
yeah.
anything else. Um, it just looks like shit. It looks like kale, man. Like what is this? Like I don't. These are the worst plants I've grown. And what's sad is these are the grow along that I'm doing with 33333 with El Canosaur. I guess it's down to me and El now
Oh.
for the
Oh
competition. I'm like,
yeah.
how am I going to win with this shit?
It's still early though. It's still early though.
Yeah, we'll see,
But I
man. They
And
might
mean,
turn
I
around.
and
know.
you kind of have an idea of what the problem is, so that's a good
Yeah,
start as well.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited though. I got that AC Infinity set up, so I'm about to pop them seeds and get them going over in the little tent in the corner over there. Get everything rocking and rolling. Get the rainbow room back and going.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited to get all this stuff going, man.
yeah. I'm excited to see it. I'm
Thanks,
excited to
brother.
see it. But yeah, we all have our mishaps. You know what I mean? Like I had a beautiful tent and then I fucking fried everything overnight with nutrients. You know,
Right, yeah. Where you doubled it up or
user error,
whatever. I
my
remember that.
fault, but it was just one of those things. You know, like you're doing so much shit,
It
and then by
happens.
the time you realize you fucked up, it's like, oh, it's too late.
Right, right. I
And
mean, I
I've
don't
done
feel as
that more
bad
Look
when
than
at
once.
I come
those.
back up here and look at these, you know. So,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I am capable, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened down there, man. I
Oh
really
yeah,
don't.
you've proved you're capable time and time
Oh,
again.
for sure.
You don't
Oh
have
my
to worry
goodness,
about
yes.
that.
Right. Well, you know what I feel like? I feel like they were the autos. They feel like the autos that I used to run. Like how I was
Right.
just fighting them the whole time. That's what they're
Yeah.
feeling like, and I'm like, man, this is rough. Like I've not had this rough before. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It is what it is. Figure it out one way or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, I've fucked up so many times. It's not even funny.
Right.
Stuff that's my fault. Stuff that's it's still my fault, but not my fault. Like I've had thrips before, which it's my own fault that I got them, but I mean it's not my fault at the same time. You know what I mean? I just wasn't diligent enough.
Yeah.
Knock
But
on wood, I've not
you
had
know,
any
I've
bugs.
had I've had all kinds of issues with my plants before. My fault, not my fault, all kinds of shit. So it
Right.
happens.
Right.
Like Muskoka
Yeah. I
Grower
mean,
said, we all fuck up. You're a human. And that proves it
right.
right
Yeah.
there that you're not a robot. Thurgood's not a
Right.
robot, guys.
Right. Not all my grows are awesome, man. And that's
Mhm.
why I'm like, damn, do I even show it tonight? Like, I gotta show it, man, because if I don't, then I'm being a poser, right? And I'm just being one of the,
Yeah.
oh, look at my grows, you know. So I
Well,
had
not only
to,
that, but
I had to,
if you do get a handle on it, then you can tell everybody what happened, what you did to
right,
fix it, and
right,
whether
Yeah.
like you can take something from that for later on, but then other people can take something from that too and learn from your mistakes.
right,
Whatever the
right,
mistake is, people can learn from that, and that's what makes the community a great place. Is we show our upsides, our downsides, and everything in between, and people can learn from all of that. So
right.
I
Yeah,
think it's important that we show our fuck ups.
Oh,
I agree.
100%.
I agree. It's just weird when you finally
And
have them. Not that I haven't before. It's just, I have them, and now I'm
yeah.
on YouTube and on Instagram, and it's like, man, I got to show these because if I don't, then everybody's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's just showing the good stuff. And I don't want that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have
No,
been
I
battling
think it's
humidity,
important, really.
so I've been battling humidity. I've got these fans in here, and I've been blowing them up to the canopy to blow extra air up into there. But after I water, I've actually been flipping them upside down so they're blowing directly into the grate and trying to blow
Okay.
Mm,
dry that extra moisture that's down there, keep
Yeah.
it
yeah.
from building up too much humidity. But other than that, and here, this has been a
Yeah.
pretty smooth running road, to be honest. Um,
Yeah, it
They're
looks good.
beautiful.
I
I
still
like the
can't
one
believe
that's
that's
running away.
day
yeah,
39.
this one over here.
Yeah.
And what's
It's
She's just
weird
like,
is that
bye.
the bud structure on it is completely different. I mean, these are both the Stromata, this one and the one back there, and it just two totally different phenos. Like this one is not purpling out like that one is. You see a little bit of it, a little tinge of it on the leaves up here, but this other
yeah.
one is just so different. Like it's more hairier. The bud structure is different. That cord out
Oh,
of
yeah.
like it's just
They're both
completely different.
they're both super
Hmm.
happy though. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they look good, man.
Definitely happy girls.
Yeah, you
All
should
right,
be
guys.
happy.
Well,
They look nice.
I
They look
guess I'll
really
jump
good.
off of here. Let the next
All right.
cultivator on. I guess I'll see
All
you
right,
guys
Well,
Paula.
thank you so
Wednesday.
much.
Yeah, we missed you last
Yes.
week, so we were. I was glad when you came back this week. So,
So we'll see you
but
Wednesday
yes, yes.
then.
All right, sounds
All
good,
All
right.
man.
right. Have a great night.
You
Have a
too,
good weekend,
guys.
buddy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace. Yes, yes. Did you want to show your garden?
Beautiful.
I know you were talking about it.
Maybe after. Let's see.
Maybe after, we'll see. I was thinking it
Yeah,
would be
we'll
perfect
see.
to be like, bam, right in the middle of the show.
I do have to jump off at 11, so I would rather see other people's gardens first.
I was just okay. I was just thinking we're right smack in the middle of the show, so thought it'd be perfect timing. One more garden, and then we'll look at yours.
Okay.
We'll give you a chance to get
Perfect.
ready. All right.
What time my lights go off? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you got time.
Happy Friday.
Hi, friends.
And something
How's
else.
Hi.
everybody doing? Happy Friday. It's a good day. Good day.
Happy V Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Yes. Happy Valentine's.
Yes, we had
I don't
a
celebrate. I don't
we
celebrate
had
Valentine's Day.
we had a candlelit family dinner. We had
Nice.
Nice.
it was pretty cool. The kids didn't think it was cool, but we thought it was pretty cool. Me and the wife loved it. We've been together for 10 years now, so it was a pretty
Nice.
special
That's awesome.
Valentine's
L-
Day.
Later on in life, the kids will look back and they'll be like, "Man, that was so cool that my parents
Right.
did that." Now they don't. Now they don't care. But when they're older,
Right.
they will.
They'll love it. One day they'll appreciate it, huh?
Yeah.
I appreciate a lot more that my parents did for me nowadays than I ever did back then. So
Yeah, it's true.
they will.
That's very true.
They will.
Yeah. So I wanted to point out this moonflower was planted
Ooh.
at the same time this moonflower was. I transplanted this like a week ago. Right? And that one over there, it's about the same height as this one here. But this one here, I directly sowed. And it's like twice as tall, twice as big, maybe even 3 times the size than this one here.
Crazy.
But yeah, direct sow. And these are just moonflowers. This ain't cannabis or anything. I just thought that was crazy that they all 3 sprouted the same day. I put them all in the solo cup at the same time. Huh?
Moonflowers are cool though.
So yeah, I just found out that they're these will bloom at night, and then your morning glories bloom in the morning. Because my morning glories is like my favorite flower besides inflorescence. But yeah, this is now probably going to be my 3rd favorite flower now. This is super
Yeah, man.
white.
I used to have a fence with a big vine on it, and we used to plant morning glories and the moonflowers on the same to go up this fence with the vine on it.
Yeah,
We would use
that's what I
the
want to
vine
do.
as like a trellis, and they would weave in and out of the other vines, and then they would weave in and out of each other.
Okay.
And they all look like the same plant, but one would bloom in the day and one would bloom at night, and they would
So we was wondering if they played
close
nice
during the
together.
day.
So they do.
Yeah,
Sweet.
as far as I
That'll
know,
work.
I mean, they always did at
Yeah.
my house.
It kind of makes sense. So it
Yeah,
seems like they're in the same genome. It's just one of them's taking care of the morning pollinators, and the other one's taking care of the evening pollinators.
exactly.
I like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're neat. They're
I
neat
got
looking
some
flowers.
basil down there, some purple basil, Brazil basil or something like that.
Nice.
I got me a wee bitty plant of catnip because my cat wants to be a stoner too.
I love that.
Cat needs
I
some
should
weed
start
too.
that.
Some catnip.
Yeah,
Or try. At least try.
Yeah, because okay, so
Straight.
I put I went like this with a bunch of seeds, and that's the one that came up. Literally, maybe no, just one. Literally, that's just one.
So
So
throw a bunch.
I'm 1 for 100 right now. Yeah.
For
And the seeds was real small. I didn't want to put them in the can because then I didn't. I mean, they was little bitty ones.
yeah.
Let's see that hippie grape from Cab Snake Oil. It had
Nice.
I had a broken root, so it should be
Oh,
the
that's
same
the one.
size. Yeah, it should be the same size as this. This is the blueberry, but I transplanted it and it's doing really good. Still kicking it. It's actually got 3 leaves on there, and they're small, but starting to the 3 leaves. So I know it's growing.
Nice. Yeah,
This
but
is
it's
another
funny because
hippie grape.
Bunny's got one that grew too, and she
Yeah,
yoinked the one out and replanted it, and it's
that's good.
I don't know if it's
Actually, you'll
quite as
see
big as the
her.
other ones, but it's looking good. It's
Here's
looking
another
really good.
Cavs blueberry. This is a genetics 101 autoflower. Lemon
Right.
Days. What else I got? Tropicana Hammer. I think I got in the back. Yeah, Tropicana Hammer from that's an autoflower. I transplanted this autoflower, and I transplanted this one. So we'll see if I get a joint or two, or if I get a bunch of joints of two, 5, 10. We'll see.
I get
But
2 joints or if I get 5 joints. But
yeah,
that's about
right.
the extent of my autos. I get 2 joints or 5 joints. That's it.
Yeah. So this autoflower is going to stay in the solo cup. I'm going to butt chug it like this here, and then this
Nice.
autoflower is going to stay in the solo cup too, just for fun. I think that's an autoflower, right? Yeah, Tropicana Hammer. Just to do it. Why not? Oh, and then okay, so you see my rosemary and lavender doing really, really good. I just
Yeah.
noticed this.
Blowing up.
I just noticed that. Look, it's a pot plant. Little, I don't know
Oh,
how
you
the
got a
seed
little
got
wheat
in
plant
here.
in there.
Yeah, this popped up. I just looked at it. I just seen it today. I was noticing I had some kale over here growing that I didn't realize that I had thrown in there. And then looked over there. It was like, oh wow. I don't know if it's an autoflower. I don't know if it's a photo period. I'm just
Regular
gonna,
fem, who knows?
yeah, we're just call it mean bean, and whatever comes out of that, it's gonna be a mean bean. I'm hoping it's an autoflower because I really don't want a big plant coming. You know what I mean? That's in my rosemary
Mm-hmm.
take over. It'd be cool if it was just a little autoflower with
That
just
plant took
a
off though,
bud.
man.
Yeah, she's almost a year old. I think in March she'll be a year old.
I say it looks a lot bigger than it did. Not necessarily the last time you showed it, but when you first showed it on here, it's way bigger.
Yeah, when I first showed it, it was probably like a bundle like this here that
Yeah.
I got from the store from Walmart, and I even had the straw, whatever this hay or straw is. I had that flower out in seed. Got a little seed cage here. Thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the lavender. Somebody said the lavender and rosemary don't grow together. This is literally inside of the rosemary. Then the lavender is doing great. This whole room smells like it now. I've been shaking them around.
Yeah.
But,
At least it
yeah,
smells good. At least
yeah,
it's
it
a
smells
good.
really good. I love it. I think every garden should have a couple.
Lavender just kind of like mellows you out. It's just a nice mellow mood.
So there has been talk. I've heard a couple people say they'll take a very small amount of that, but they'll dry it out and grind it down, and put a little bit
Yep.
in their J or a little bit on top of their bowl, and yeah, it has a soothing, calming effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty
can
good.
do
So
that too. Like if you know how you make like cannabis oil and stuff like that?
yes,
You can also do that with lavender and all kinds of
so
other
like a
stuff too. And
tincture.
you can make yeah, but you can make like essential oils basically, and you can put them in like a diffuser and stuff like that
Oh,
to
okay.
put it up into the air, like into the mist,
Aromatic.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
So you can
Like put
actually
them in
make
your
your own
my
essential
Vicks,
oils and stuff like that out of that.
like that Vicks vaporizer, the Vicks vaporizer machine I
Yeah.
got. I could put it in there.
Yep.
I'll have to do that. I'll definitely, because I definitely got enough of the plant to go. She's big.
Yeah.
If you have one of those like magic butter makers or like the all the knockoff versions of those, like there's all
Yeah.
kinds of different versions of the butter makers. You can also use those to make oils and tinctures and
Okay.
stuff like that, but you can there it usually comes with a recipe book. Like mine came with a recipe book. It's a knockoff magic butter maker, but it came with a recipe book and it's got all kinds of different recipes for different essential oils that you can make out of other herbs and stuff like that, like lavender being one of them.
Okay. I think
So
rosemary. I should be able to
pretty
do it
cool.
with rosemary too. Make
Yeah, you should be able
tincture.
to. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely try
I
it for
believe
sure.
I believe it's a similar process to when you would make like a cannabis oil, like an infused cannabis oil of some kind. I believe it's a similar process to that, so it's pretty neat.
I
Definitely look into it
I kind of
because
got the infusing my cannabis in coconut oil. I kind of got that down pretty good.
yeah.
So I think I'd be able to transfer the knowledge, right? You know what I mean, from that.
From what I understand, I've never done it myself, but from what I understand, it's a very, very similar process. So if you can do one, you can probably do the other one, no problem.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'll definitely try that.
So, and your wife will be happy because the house will smell like
Shit, yes, yeah. Because
nice
we buy the
lavender.
essential oils right now. We
Yeah,
buy it.
exactly. And that shit can be
It
expensive.
is
For those
definitely.
Oh
little ass
yeah.
bottles, they're expensive.
Yep.
So if you can cut down on that and make like bottles of it like this big, like 1 2 liter bottles of it, I mean, shit, you'd have lavender oil forever.
Right. And I got a big enough plant. It'll grow too. Oh, my 4-leaf clover is starting to die.
Oh no.
What if you see? I don't know if you can see all the hairs on these. Earlier, the light was on a different. You can see these was super hairy.
Yeah,
They're all old and got gray hairs on them.
yeah.
It's crazy. But
I
this is
got a
getting
few.
scrubbed out. What's
I
that?
got a few pictures of because I do a cover crop a lot of the times on mine too. So I got a few really really cool pictures of different clover that I've had with flowers in there and like the actual pictures of the leaf, water droplets on the leaf and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
I've only
clover
gotten a
looks super
flower
cool. I
once.
love it.
Yeah, I've only gotten a
Hmm.
flower one time. There was one purple little flower come up. I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
cool. But that's why it's in here because it's a. I don't know if they're. Is it photo period? Does it go at the end of the season or just at the end of its life? But
I
right now
think
it's
it's at
pretty
the end
old.
of it. I think it's at the end of its life. It'll flower and then it'll drop more seed,
Okay, all right.
and then they kind of start
I
dying off.
figured it
But
was photo
that's
period, so I was gonna keep it in
but
here when
that's
I flip
usually
the
right
flower.
right about the time that I start chopping it down. Like it'll keep growing. I don't
Yeah,
think the actual green will ever die off. I think it'll flower, it'll drop seeds, and what's in there will die off, and then new stuff will come up. Like you'll always have cover, like a cover crop.
yeah, yeah. Because some of this down here, you can see some of them. Yeah, they just get old and die off. This one
Yeah.
here got old and died off. My 4-leaf
So
clover
what you
down here is getting old. It's about to die off. So yeah, and then it'll just keep replenishing because this is a nice bundle. I love them.
yeah.
They
And
don't
another
serve
thing
no
you can do
purpose.
with that is you can chop that, lay it all down there, and then you can re-amend it, and then you can lay your straw back on top of it with like your worm casting and stuff like that, and just let that break down into the soil. Do that like a month before you want to use that pot again, and all that stuff will start breaking down into your
And
pot,
become plant.
and you'll be able to
Yeah, plant
use
it.
the nutrients that's in that. Like clover is a nitrogen fixer, so you can use the clover for nitrogen.
Yeah.
So
So the roots will get like these little balls, like nodules on them that fill up with nitrogen, and then like the plant itself also has a bunch of nitrogen. So it's kind of like a double thing. You get the nitrogen from the plant material and the roots themselves if they go long enough or whatever. Yeah, they'll have like nodules on them, little nitrogen nodules, and
yeah,
those will end up breaking down.
the clover actually absorbs the nitrogen from the air,
Right.
puts it down into the plant, which then puts it down into the roots. So then obviously the roots, as they die off, and like you said, they probably have a little bit of extra down there, and they start pushing
Yep.
that nitrogen into the soil.
I
So
thought that was pretty
clover
cool.
is a hell of a plant. It's a great companion plant for anything that you're growing.
Yeah. The only thing I had clovers in here, and I got clover mold, and it killed all my cover crop. But it's because I just kept it so moist, and I never really let it dry out. So after that, I ended up having to put a really thick layer of cinnamon over this whole bed throughout the whole thing and let it sit there for 2 weeks to kill the gray clover mold because I couldn't. Other than bleaching, there really wasn't nothing much else I could do, and I had plants in there growing. But then I'd seen like an old lady. She was real old, and she said that she put cinnamon on to kill the any mold or anything in her soil. So I did it, and it worked. I haven't had no clover mold since in here, but also I haven't really allowed it to grow up a lot, like super high, like I was. Now I chop and
Yeah,
drop and put it underneath, and it breaks down.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good for your soil.
yeah, because I was trying to do this in here the whole time, so then it just got it was just mold. It was gray. Like the whole thing was all gray. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
With like a
I
gray
know
piece of bread.
Hygrozyme has their Hygro Punch, which is their IPM spray,
Yeah.
which is one of the main ingredients in that is actually cinnamon oil.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That makes sense.
that's probably why. And I know cinnamon's good for killing, not necessarily killing, but deterring pests as well. So
AC Infinity humidifier. Let's see if I can pick this up here and kind of show you. Inside here, that little white dot right there, it like clogs up with calcium about every 3 or 4 gallons. And I got to take that base off there and really scrub
Yeah.
to get it to go again. And I'm using spring water, and I think it is high in calcium.
yeah,
But I was wondering if I put hydrogen in here, would that hurt my
high clean
high
in
clean?
there.
And then it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter if it's in the steam, right, or
Nope.
the air.
Nope.
So it will
Mhm.
work. I'm gonna have to try
It'll
that out
clean
because
that
that
out
is
and it'll, yep.
so
It's
irritating.
like, it's what,
I
like,
gotta. Huh?
I think it's like 1 milliliter per liter,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah,
All
it's
right. Because
very, it's
I gotta
a
like
very
tear
low
this
amount.
down. I gotta pull this thing out. Take it out over there to the sink, scrub it all out, put it back in there, set this back up like twice a week
Yeah.
because it just shuts
Oh yeah,
down and it doesn't work.
that's too
And my
much.
light just blinks on and off, on and off. And I'm like, well, it's full. What the heck's going on? Then I
Shit,
pick
I
this
don't have
thing
that
up and
much
it's
of a
just.
problem even using tap water.
So I don't know. So when I was using tap water, I got a water softener, and I could see it on my walls, the whiteness powder,
Yeah.
from the salt.
Yeah, because you got to buy the
I forget
bags
what.
of salt, right?
Yeah, it's like a big blue drum that our water runs through, and it's just smack full of little salt pellets.
Yeah.
And it softens our water. And then I could, if I was a plumber, like splice the pipe before it gets to the water softener, and then put like a little valve in there so I could use that water. But the landlord won't let me do that. He said no.
I was gonna say you
I
don't have
asked
to
him.
be a plumber. I mean, I was gonna say we could have a quick little video call one day, and I could explain to you how to do it. But I mean,
Yeah,
I do work for a plumbing company. I
Oh, there you
mean,
go. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely. If I need
we
any help, I
can
know who
work
to call
something out.
now.
We can work something out.
But yeah, my worms are doing good. Let's see if I
Oh
can
yeah.
Nice.
find any. Oh yeah, well they'll be up underneath there, huh?
Oh yeah, there they are. Nice.
I wish I can get this thing to zoom in. There's one. But yeah, she's oh yeah, all on this. Nice 3-day old, 4-day old. It's been here about 3 days or so. We haven't really got too much of it.
No,
But
give it a couple more days and it'll be gone.
it'll be gone, yeah.
Those worms are fast, man. They work hard.
I wanted to see this. No, they didn't. They don't like the apple. There's a couple down in there, but they really like that banana. They're all over it. But that apple, it's a little harder. So I'm gonna have to wait for
Avocados,
that.
man. They love the avocados too.
Yeah.
You ever get an avocado that's like, a little bit past its prime? Just chop that
Right.
bitch in half and just put it in there. They'll eat that, and then you'll pick up the avocado, and there'll be a million of them underneath that. Same with
Like in a ball.
watermelon too. If you ever want to collect them, avocados and watermelon, you'll catch tons of them.
Oh, like make a little housing dome for them, and then
Yep.
it'll crawl all up in there.
Yep.
I'll have to do that because I am getting ready to separate this with the worm castings and the worms. So what I usually did, I would take half of it and just keep mixing it and allow this to dry, and then they would gravitate that way, and then I would be able to
Right.
harvest half of it. But if I put a couple avocados over there, that would really just drive them over there. Because if there's no food on this side, they won't be on this side.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So,
really,
yeah,
I think
I'll do
you're
that.
supposed to feed. You're supposed to feed on one side, anyways, because they'll eat on one side and shit on the other.
Yeah. Yes.
They don't shit
So
where they eat.
I got to get to where I got like a cycle going. Because what happened is they stopped eating. So I went in there and I did a thorough mix, and then I mixing food from this side all the way over into that side. That's why you kind of see it's like all the straw and everything's kind of mixed in there because they didn't
What's the
eat any of
temperature?
it. I had it in here
What's
for
the
like a
temperature in
month.
there?
Well, in my basement it was 55. So
In
in
your
here, so
in
I
there.
just set this up probably about 3 days ago, and right now it's sitting at 69 degrees. But I've had this open. When I close it up, it's about 78 or so, and
Okay, you're
the
gonna have to
heat
slow down. I gotta do the conversions. I'm in Canada over here.
about 20 degrees Celsius. 20 degrees Celsius
Okay.
is approximately 72 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately. So that's how I do my
Okay.
guesses. Anything about 23 Celsius is like 80 or so. And then like 17, 15, you get down there, it's like 60, I think, something like that. So about
Yeah.
20.
Well, so I used to deal with Vermabec, and
Okay.
he was the owner. He owned a worm casting company, his Vermabec Worm Castings. He also had worms and everything like that. So I used to get all my worms and worm casting from him. And talking to him over the years, when I had my worms, they weren't doing anything. They were eating, but they weren't breeding. They weren't doing much. They just weren't
Right.
very
Yeah.
active.
They was just dormant. They was just
And
there.
and
They was
he
alive.
basically told me that if you want them to be active, then you want the temperature to be about 23 degrees
Okay. So about
Celsius,
80
about
Fahrenheit.
80.
Okay.
So if you bump your temperature up to about 80, 81, 82, they'll start doing fucking somersaults in that container.
There we go. All right, I just turned it up a little bit there, and I'm going to monitor because this doesn't have a temperature dial. I just kind of monitor it. Also,
Yeah, you don't want them to be too hot, but definitely the a little bit warmer, and they start getting super active.
I have a 6-inch fan, inline fan, and it's pulling my heat from here, and it's pushing it into here. I spray Organoshield down in here, so I don't have no bugs transferring. But then
Yep.
my heat goes from here across here into here. So I'm heating this also. This in here now stays about 66, 70 degrees. So I had it like about 78 degrees there. And by the time it got all the way through, it lost about 8 degrees. Um,
Right.
so, and I don't like to hook these together like that because the worms do produce mites. There's like 109 different composting mites, and like
Yeah.
10 varieties like to eat these also, the spider
Right.
mites. So I know it's a bit of a risk, but it's the only thing I can do because that's the only heater I have, and there's no way I can heat like this room here,
Yeah.
just because I got a lot of open spots, and I only got this sheet really. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's an open basement, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard. This is the only actual wall I have. This is a door that goes in my dad's room on the other side. But so
Nice.
yeah, it's a bit of a daisy chain. It's kind of working.
I used to take a
Uh,
heat mat and I would put it underneath my worm bin. It was a
okay, I
fairly
didn't know
good
if I could
size
do
heat
that.
mat. I put a heat
Okay.
mat underneath and I took the probe for it because I have a temperature control. I put the probe in the soil.
Oh, okay.
So the heat mat would stay on until the soil was at that temperature
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of just the room being that temperature because the soil it's kind of insulated, right? Like by the time you get to the center of it, then you add a little bit of moisture in there by adding
Mm-hmm.
food and a little bit of spray here and there of water. And it gets cold down there. It's like in the ground, right? So I would put the heat mat underneath with the probe down in the center of the soil, and once the soil got to that temperature, the heat mat would shut off for a little while until it cooled back down again.
I'll have
But
to
my
try. I'm gonna
worms
have to get a
were
because
going
right now I
fucking
have
nuts in there.
the lower quality heat mats that doesn't have a dial. They just kind of I think they're set to be like 10 degrees higher than the ambient air or something like that. Um, so
Yeah.
what I was worried about is heating this up too much and then have a mass exodus because the worms will
Right.
all just crawl out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
If
they
the
will.
environment, if they don't like it. So I was kind of worried about putting a heat mat, but I'm gonna have to look for one that's got a probe, like a
Yes.
sensor, like this type thing. I mean, this is for the
Exactly like
air.
that.
But
I
yeah,
got
pushing.
a spider farmer heat mat, and it's got exactly that probe right there.
Okay.
And I would just stick that down in the fucking dirt.
Right. And then that would definitely regulate them for sure.
Yep.
Because I know for
Might not.
so for the last 2 months, I don't think I had an egg hatch, or they've not really grown that much, and so I've been struggling here.
Yeah, when you get up into that, like, 23-ish degrees,
Okay.
80, 80, 81, 82, when you start getting into into those temperatures, that's when they start being active and they want to breed, they
That's
want
what it
to
is.
lay eggs, cocoons.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll definitely get it up there. I can even change this to Celsius. Um, the little thing here, huh? Can't I? Because it says Fahrenheit. I think I could change that to Celsius.
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna have to read the manual. That way I'll just know. You know what I mean? It's at 20. That'll be good. I think
Nice.
that's so I started learning Celsius because I deal with a lot of people that's from Canada, other parts of the world and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
that whole exchange rate, you know what I mean, it's kind of confusing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and figure it out. See what I can
exactly.
do.
Yeah, it is confusing. When you're just thinking about it on the spot, it's like,
Yeah.
I can figure it out, but it takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, like our 32 degrees Fahrenheit is your guys' 0 degrees,
Right.
right? Your 0 is at freezing point. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So cool, man.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to get
Appreciate
out
you
of here.
popping on. And yeah, Miss Bunny's got a party to go to at 11 o'clock. So we can't go much past 11 o'clock. So
Heck yeah. I appreciate you having me on. And
absolutely.
Yeah, anytime.
see you
Oh,
Wednesday, next Friday.
hell yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good, brother. You have yourself a good
Have
weekend,
a
and we'll talk at you soon.
yes.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, do you want to show yours quick now? Or do we want to see the next? We got 3 more gardens in there.
Let's just keep rolling.
Okay. All right. We're gonna see your plants before the end of the night. You're not getting out of this.
They're gonna be asleep shortly.
Nope, I'm not showing until Bunny does. How you guys doing?
Hell yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. There's my Valentine, Mr. Gannix.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I accepted your offer.
Hey, I brought you guys flowers, so you know.
Nice.
We always
Yeah, I was listening to
appreciate
what Taz was
flowers.
saying about the calcium buildup. As you can see right here on my humidifier, I've got 3 of them stacked here because it's been so hard to keep my humidity right. But where this one comes up, this
Yeah.
is a week's buildup right here of calcium. Now, I live in the Ohio River Valley, and we have a lot of limestone deposits here. So I don't use a lot of CalMag in my grows. My soil contains a lot of calcium. My water contains a lot of calcium. So I usually just use Epsom salts. I do use CalMag every once in a while. But
Yep.
yeah, it's a bitch with that buildup. My one filter in my humidifier, I have to clean that out with a calcium cleaner about once every 2 weeks
Mm,
because it's so hard that it won't even move. So
It's
yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
it's a bit. But yeah,
It's
how you guys
crazy. Yeah,
doing?
I think they suggest like distilled water or something for humidifiers, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I should
I
be.
mean,
But
but I
hey, I
mean, like
mean, I can't
honestly,
afford
like
to go out and buy distilled water to fill that thing. You know, I run 3 of these. I fill 2 of them up twice a day, and one of them
right.
once every 2 days. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
I'm not running
you'd be
distilled water
fucking
through that
lugging
shit.
jugs all day, every day.
No, no. So yeah. But
Yeah, not
since
doing
Bunny's got to get going here soon, I guess I will get my grow on the road here.
hell yeah.
Let's see what you
Oh,
got growing.
I got some. I
There
just
they are.
pulled a couple leaves off. I'm gonna dry these out and then use them for wraps. I mean, I think that leaf will
Oh,
make a
nice.
great wrap right there. So yeah,
Yep.
kind of recycled a little bit, like a little hemp wrap. But yeah,
Yep.
here's one of the Dr. Peppers here.
Nice.
As you can see, they are looking very nice. So weird because this is also a Dr. Pepper. And as you can see, look at this bud compared to, say, that. It's like completely different. So I got two different phenos in there. So I'm loving that. Tops
Nice.
forever. And then I was telling you guys, I found out this is a Gary Payton, this bag seed that I planted.
Yeah,
Ran into
that's
the guy
cool.
Oh,
that
yes.
grew the shit, which was really weird, man. I don't know how I ran into this guy. We just started talking and we knew the same guy. I was like, yeah, I got this stuff off of him. And he's like, oh, I grew that. And I was like, oh, shit, I got 3 of them growing in my tent right now. So, yeah, Gary Payton, nice and frosty. Here's another
Beautiful.
one right here.
And they are praying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're nice
Look
and
at
happy.
that. Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
frosty. I love it. Here's my Lucky
It is
Charmelaid
very
I'm doing for
frosty.
Astro. His grow along for the Conway Farms. Bless you.
Nice.
Yeah, these are this is getting really big, these bugs. I'm in day 47 of flower. So they're
Nice.
starting to really stack up. This one here should have a couple weeks left, as do these two. I think these are probably going to be more of about a 10-week strain. By the way, the buds and the hairs are looking, they're just now starting to change. And then here's another Gary Payton, and that's the one I'm growing half soil, half cocoa. And look at the difference in this plant compared to the
Oh,
Man.
other
yeah.
two.
Look at the color.
I know, I'm loving
Man.
that color. And mind you, I'm keeping my
Yeah.
temperatures between 70 and 75 in the daytime and between 65 and 70 at night.
Yeah, so
And
you're
I'm
cooling
because
it
I'm
down.
trying.
You're trying to go. You're going for those colors.
Yeah, yeah, of course I am. I love those beautiful colors,
Yep.
and it's not going to hurt anything. And you
No.
know, here's my ugly ones right here, but they're kind of coming back a little bit. I mean, it's a little too
Nice.
late for them to come back all the way, but shit,
No, but I mean
I'll get a little something off of them.
the flower still looks good on there.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
bet
yeah,
you
it's
the
getting
bud
nice
will
and
be
frosty.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
this one's a straight sativa, so this one's got at least another 6 weeks left to go. So I think I can bring that back and get a little bit off of it. Then my little bonsai here, my little banana blaze bonsai. Not looking
Nice.
great, but I had fun with it.
She still looks good though. And again, I mean, like the flowers on there look nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't going for
I
yield
saw,
on that one. That was my little experiment bonsai. I was just like playing with it. I can trim
I
on
saw a
it
post
whenever I
from
want.
Rob. I saw a post from Rob today from CLTV from Rob from the Stash Boys,
Yeah.
and he had posted his tent and basically said like, doesn't matter if your buds are big or if they're small, as long as you're not growing mids.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
yeah, right?
As long
I
as the
mean,
weed is
I
good, it
thought,
doesn't matter how big or little the buds are, right?
yeah. I mean, these are stacking up nice.
Yeah, they look nice.
And then that one I just let grow natural, and as you can see, it grows like a Christmas tree. But it's got a nice solid nug going on top. And I'm sure it's gonna get much bigger. Yeah, I just saw
Nice.
Rob's video
Yeah, looks
today.
good.
5 strains, one grow. That was a good video.
Yeah, that was I believe all his the Seedsman clones, right?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was cool. Watch him unpack all the clones and transplant them and grow them.
Yeah,
So yeah, but yeah, I'm
that was
I'm
pretty
real
cool.
happy with this grow. It
Yeah,
could
you
be
should be.
better,
Yeah,
but it
that's
could be
good.
a hell of a lot worse.
Man, it could always be better. It doesn't matter how good it is, it can always be
Oh,
better. That,
right,
Yep.
right.
that's just what we
Oh,
do.
I'm
No matter
thankful.
how good of a grow it is, you as the
Could
gardener
be the
in
best
that
grow
garden,
ever.
It
Yeah.
could be your best grow ever, and you'll look at that and go, it could be better. But the rest of us
Yeah.
Right.
look
And
at
I
it and go,
mean,
fuck,
I
that's
had
beautiful.
fun doing it. I had fun doing
Yes,
it, and I'm going to get plenty to smoke. I'm not looking to get rich off of this. Hell, it's a indoor grow. You know, I'm not looking to sell a bunch of weed, make money. Like this is for me to keep and smoke on. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be happy with whatever I get.
yeah, and
That's
having
less I have to
fun
spend money on.
and having your own smoke that you grew, that's the main thing right there.
Right, and it can
Yep.
only get better from here.
Yeah,
100%.
All right, I can only get better. I didn't even notice the
exactly.
frost on that. Damn.
Jay Blaze says you should learn something to improve each grow. Absolutely. Whether you
Exactly.
know it or
Yeah,
not,
and
I think we all learned something. Whether we even know we learned something or not, you don't necessarily know until something happens later on and you know the answer.
well, I know that I like to grow in cocoa, as you can see from my soil plants back here, compared to
Yep.
the cocoa plants up here. So yeah, I did
Nice.
learn something very important on this grow, and that's why I grew in two different mediums to see which one I was going to like indoors. It's my first indoor
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, it looks good. And
Yeah,
just think
Mm-hmm.
this is
thank
your
you.
first time running cocoa, so the next time you run cocoa, it's only going to be that much better, right?
Oh yeah, especially because
You'll learn it more and
especially
more.
if I like these nutrients I'm using, and I'll have them dialed in, and that'll be a step up too because I'm always switching nutrients. I'm still
And
not
that's
sure
Yeah.
what I'm crazy about yet.
yeah, and until you decide what nutrients you want to stick with and which medium you want to stick with, I mean, you keep switching and switching and switching. You're learning a lot, but you're not necessarily dialing one style in, right? Once you can get to that
Right.
point where you know what you want, and then you can dial that in, it's over.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when shit
exactly. And
gets good.
that's just it. I've got everything dialed in. I've got the light, I've got the wattage I need, I've got the circulation, I've got the ventilation, I've got everything I need. Um, it's everything's coming together finally.
Yeah, it looks
And
good,
you can
man.
see I made some mistakes.
Does.
I burnt this up a little bit, but as you can see, it didn't hurt it too awful bad. I thought
Yeah.
I did
So you
at
got
first. I
a
was like,
lot
oh
of things
shit.
going on right now. You got a lot of things going on right now. You're in your
Yeah.
5x5 for the first time. You got a brand new light. You're using new nutrients. You're using cocoa. You
Hmm.
got at least four things that I can think of off the top of my head that's brand new for you right now.
Right. And it's
So,
been a challenge with each one. I've had my hurdles with it. The light
of
wasn't too
course.
bad. I got that dialed in pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, it's a learning experience, and I did learn a lot over the summer while I was outdoor growing to learn what to do indoors. So I did take that knowledge I learned and put it to good use. Um, so yeah, definitely do your knowledge before you start growing indoors. Make sure you know what the strain's going to do, how long it's going to be to flower, how big it's going to get, if it's going to be tall. Yeah, it's there's a lot of factors that go into this. It's not like planting seeds outdoors and letting Mother Nature take over and do
Right.
most of the work for you. This is a
Yeah.
lot of work.
Your Mother Nature.
Right, right. You are in control of it. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm having fun with it, and it's turning out. I'm happier than what I could have expected.
Yeah, and so you should be. I think you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you, thank
Exactly.
you. All
Yeah, it
right,
looks
guys.
really
Well, I'll
good.
let somebody else get on here. You guys have a good night, and I shall talk to you soon.
Sounds good, man.
Have a good night.
Hey, see you
Happy
guys.
Friday.
Peace out, Valentine.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
All
That's funny. All right.
right.
One more garden, and then you want to show your plants, or you want to
You
do it
want me to
quickly
just
now?
show them now? Yeah, I
Yeah,
could show
show
them
them
now because
quickly
my
right now.
lights are gonna go off.
Our
Um,
background is
let's see
going.
if I remember how to do
He's
this.
saying, "Hell yeah!" Oh yeah, it's been a while
Oh,
since
jeez.
we've had to spin the camera around.
Yeah, and I gotta bring my mic with me too. So hang on, let me pin this.
Well, thank God it's a clip-on.
Oh, everything is pain in the butt. All right. I haven't even looked at them today, so we're gonna find out together. Where's the zipper?
They're probably 4 times bigger than they were yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, oh geez, I don't remember which one's which, but they are a little droopy. They are getting ready for bed, but I do have 2 sour
The lights shut off
diesels.
at 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
So I
lights shut off
have
in half an hour.
I have 2 sour diesels by oh my god, I can't think right now. Help me out here,
They put
Organics.
you on the big screen. I'm not even sure what you got this round.
I love growing marijuana. That's ILGM. Yes.
Yeah.
So I got 2 sour diesel. I have 2 gelato sunrise, and I have 2 orange berry by the Outlaw Seeds. So we were
Nice.
talking about my 2 plants. Oh no, I moved everything. Hang on here. I wanted to say it was this one. So I did I had 2, like you were saying earlier, I had 2 in one solo cup. So the one that I did transplanted was this one back here. And she's pretty much caught up
Yeah, she's
to her
almost as big as the
sisters.
rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't
And
even tell.
that was a little surprise baby that grew beside another one for whatever reason. And she just
Yeah,
kind of lightly dug it out and then pulled it and then replanted it. And that's what happened.
yes, yes. So I did do some training on it a little bit. As you could tell, I didn't use no bud clips though. I just tied her down. And I
Yep.
did do some topping. So, yeah, that's what we got. Me
Looks good.
too. I am dealing with the new light. So I'm getting the feel of that. That's
And
different.
what light did you get?
So that's the Evo 6 from AC Infinity, I believe. Yes.
Nice. So you
Yeah.
went from the S44 board to the Ion board to the Evo 6.
Yeah, I'd show you, but she's in the dark, so you wouldn't see it. Yeah, but everything is AC. I run everything AC. I got my controller. It said 26, now it's saying 24. So, yeah, she's nice and hot in there. Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm not used to having it like this kind of board. I'm used to it being all closed in.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
like
I'm
those.
really
They're a
liking
little
that.
nicer. You can get some airflow blowing up through the light, and then you can get some airflow blowing down through the light, and it helps keep your light a little cooler, and it just helps move air
Yes.
a little more. I think a little better that way because you got slots. It's not blocking anything. So yeah, and
Yeah,
you're using the
exactly.
different nutrients this round as well.
I am so I'm using oh my god, Hygrozyme, the A and B. Um I mean, I don't hate it.
Yep.
I'm just so used to my green planet. So like I
Yeah.
do have a little bit of yellowing at some spots. I just don't think it's kind of hard to see on the camera, I
Yeah.
think.
You can see it a little bit. It's a little bit lighter. It doesn't necessarily look yellow, but
Yeah, I mean, again, everything's new, so I got caught. There we go. But besides that, oh, they're thirsty too, so they'll be getting some more nutrients tomorrow.
nice.
But yeah,
Yeah, if they're getting
so
a little
that
yellow down on the bottom, just up the nutrients a little bit, and
yeah, that's
I'm a
what
little
I'm
bit of
thinking.
a little nitro boost.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do.
Nice. Yeah, no, they look really good. They
Yeah,
look really good.
I don't like switching things. I like
No,
things
I
to
know
be
you
the
don't.
same. So it's hard for me to. I'm just switching here. 1 second, switching my camera. So it's hard
Bunnies
for
are a
me
creature
to.
of habit. They like the same thing.
Yes.
Nice. No, they
Yes.
look really good. They look really good.
Thanks.
I can't wait till I can show mine in say a month. In about a month, I'll be able to show some plants again. Excited.
I know I'm excited
Yes.
for you.
We got one more garden in the background. Are you ready?
I am.
He looks ready. He looks ready.
Let's go. Happy
Boom.
Friday and happy Valentine's.
Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's. What's up, everybody?
Happy Friday. What's going on, man?
Oh, the same old, same old. Missed you guys Wednesday, man. Sorry, we couldn't get to see you, but shit happens.
It
I just
happens.
wanted to, I wanted to hit on a,
Last minute cancellations make it difficult because then you're scrambling. You're like, oh shit. Now
yeah.
now what?
What do we do
But
now? What do we do now? And I
we've
wanted
come up with
so.
a
Yeah.
plan. So next time that happens, we won't beat.
Well,
Well,
definitely,
things
yeah.
happen.
Yep, it happens. Keep a backup plan if we have to, right?
That's
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I wanted to hit on the fact that Kind Buds also has the fact that he's the co-host of Chronic Chatter now too, so he has to add that to his plate on top of taking care of those plants. Man, it's a tough situation. You guys know just as well as I do. It's rough,
Yep. It is.
but
It takes a lot to do these shows, really. Like when all the stuff in the background that a lot of people don't necessarily see. There's a lot of planning and stuff that goes into that whether it's giveaways or guests or trying to
facts.
come up with new fresh ideas and stuff like that. So then you got to add your gardens on top of that, like you said, and it can be rough,
Yeah,
but we love
right.
it.
And then we got to deal with sickness, so, and that's what I'm dealing with. I got over the sickness, and the plants are starting to get over the sickness now. So we're gonna take you through a quick tour. We won't take too long. I also wanted to shout out Ohio, man. Do you guys realize the last 5 growers on the show has been from Ohio? Let's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
grow, man.
nice.
Let's go. Facts. Like we
Yep.
support. That's what we do out
And
here. Let's fucking go.
you guys
Yeah.
went legal, and everybody started showing up from Ohio.
Oh my
Right? That's
goodness, yes.
It's actually pretty crazy how many people that I know that are from Ohio now.
right, right. And I don't know
Pretty wild.
anybody. I don't know anybody outside of the people I met here almost. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
crazy. That's how
Yep.
secretive it still is.
Man, I wouldn't know anybody from Ohio except for doing this, you know what I mean? This is how I meet everybody. This is how I meet all the homies. So I
Right,
wouldn't I wouldn't know anybody from probably the US period if it wasn't for doing this.
right.
So it's dope.
Also, I wanted to hit on that grow store thing. Our local grow stores, the reason we're not having them anymore, man, and it's a sad reason, it's because of the community and the society has gotten so lazy. Like me, I like to see my product. I like to look at it, hold it in my hand. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll order stuff every once in a while, but that's why these stores are leaving, because it's so much easier for you guys and or us, you guys. I'm not pointing out no elbows or nothing.
Yeah.
But it's easier to hit the button than go to the store, and then
Sure
they
it is.
want to complain because it's a couple bucks more. But they don't understand, these people are feeding families. Like they have to have
Yep.
these employees that they're, overhead and all that. So I mean it's rough for them. Just putting that out
Yep.
there.
So
Shout out
if
to
you do have a grow shop in your town or city or wherever, support them. Try and support them
please.
as much as you can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man,
Facts.
I love going to the grow shop. I love going and spending like a Saturday after. Like I go there to get something. Like I don't normally just go there for no reason, but I'll go there to get something, and then 3 hours later I'm leaving because I'm bumping into people.
Yeah.
somebody will be talking and I'll hear them all overhear them talking, and next thing you know, I'm over here doing this, and then now they're doing this, and then, half an hour later, I'm out at their truck smoking a joint, or they're out at mine, and we're chilling. It's a cool spot to be, man.
That's why
It's
we
like
got this
this, but in
job.
person. It's like this, but in person. It's fucking great.
Right. So you guys were hitting on great subjects all night, man. So yeah, shout out Exotic Gardens here in Canton, Ohio. You know, what I mean, that's about the closest place, and that's where I go to get my supplies. Great
Yeah.
place, man. But here, yeah, let's look at these plants. That's what we're here to see.
Yeah.
If
Fuck
I can
yeah.
see, let's see what we got here. Settings, camera.
I
Lights,
know it's
camera.
so weird. I'd forgot how to do all that.
Right? I think I got it. Do I have it?
You got it.
Yes, sir.
That's it. So shout out Ganix and
Hell
C Bunny.
yeah.
That's right. Finally got your boys slaps. That's
Took
right.
a
Hell
while to
yeah.
it took a while to get to you.
Right, it did. You know, I've had packages that still hasn't got to people, man. They're getting upset and stuff, but please believe me, they'll get there. So I'm doing a little grow with chronic chatter, and this is the Chad Westport, no joke.
Nice.
Uh, she's about 60 days old from seed, but like I said, she also went 6 days with no water or feed. When I got sick, she got sick too.
Yeah.
So she's coming
Yeah.
back. She's looking good. We're gonna scrog her out, fill this whole net in, and flip it to flower. We're gonna grow it together. And then we got my
Cool.
area in here. This is where your boy's trying to figure out how to do those fucking pictures with the black background. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yep. Oh, I know.
So yeah,
I've been trying to figure this out for a long time.
I'm struggling with the heat too. I'm down here in the basement. It's hard to keep this shit all the way together, but we're doing not too bad. This is the
Oh, that's the
four.
one thing for all the basement growers out there. A lot of people, their furnaces are down in the basement.
Yep,
So trying to keep everything dialed in the wintertime when your furnace is on. To me, I find it easier to dial things in the summertime
definitely. Even though it's
as a
hotter,
basement grower. Even
right?
though it's
So I
hotter,
grow in
but
the basement, and like I could see my furnace, and you've seen how close I am to my tent. And my biggest issue is definitely the humidity. It's way, way, way down.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You see how like I had this is running continuously. So
yeah,
shout out to Tazzarello. He gave us the insight that if we wanted to have a grow that was finished by 420 and a week or so of dry,
Yeah.
yep,
we needed to be planted by the ninth, or start to flower by the ninth. So this is the 420 tent. Uh,
Nice.
these three plants in the front are Chad Westport, no jokes, man. And I'll tell you what, these things they're temperamental. Like you got to be careful with them. They're not unhealthy, but of course these were all sick. Didn't had the same flu I had.
yep.
Yeah.
And in the back we have Trico Jordan. Now this is a cut that we don't know for sure if it's actual the Trico Jordan, but that's my cut of Trico Jordan, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
And I got three of them back there. So this is our 420 tent. Shout out Taz. Good looking out.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
he did all the
Yes.
math for us one night. It was
Right?
funny.
Yeah. Yep.
He did.
Taz is a good dude, man. He does a lot of
Yeah, he is.
community services,
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
we're doing the 5x5 AC Infinity. We got this thing laid down on its side. She's pretty empty, but Ganix, I know you've seen my video about 2 weeks ago or so. These buckets were in that 4 by
Yep.
4 tent. Look at those plants now, man.
I know it's crazy. The
So
growth
they
on DWC is fucking nuts. It really is.
Well, the whole thing is I put these in as a cut with no roots a couple days before I
Wow.
got sick. And when I got sick, the night I knew I got sick, I turned the whole tent off. The only thing I left running was the irrigation pump, right? Um, no roots. There was nothing on it. Man, when I looked at it, and that was the day I made that video, I popped the bottom open and there was roots everywhere. And I'm like, I
Jesus.
don't even have lights on in here. There's no fans, there's no lights, there's no humidity. Like there was
Crazy.
nothing, right? So I'm like, I actually let them sit in there for another week or so before I did this. All I did was turn the light on, and put it on an 18.6, but I just left the
Yep.
irrigation on. Yesterday, I switched out the nutrients. This is running on Athena Pro Mix, my first time using it, but I'll tell you what, man, these plants are so resilient. It's unreal.
They are. And that just goes to show right there that like anybody can clone.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like you
right.
you just stuck them in the fucking in
I won't
the
take no
clay
offense
pellets.
on that.
No, no, no. I don't mean any offense by that, but I
No,
mean
I'm
like
just,
you
I'm
just said
just
you shut that bitch down and they
I
still
did
fucking grew, you know?
completely
I gotta
down.
So
try. I
for
gotta
anybody
I was
that's
amazed.
do the
worried for
Hokalo.
anybody that's worried about cloning, that right there should encourage you. Like he shut the lights off and everything.
Facts.
Left the water running. That was it. Dark.
And
Nothing
it
else.
wasn't running on the rocks. All it was doing was in the bucket, and the water wasn't
Yeah.
even touching the rocks. You know what I mean? The water was it was probably 4 inches away from the bottom of the basket, and there
Yeah.
was no root at all. But anyway, yeah,
So
these
they're
are
getting
my,
they were getting the only thing they were getting from there was the humidity. They're the moisture from
yes,
inside the pail. They weren't even
from
getting
in,
any spray or nothing.
yeah, organic. Then that's what I realized
That
today. I'm thinking in my
that's
head, like, how
crazy.
did that happen, really? So, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? The lid was shut. The
Yeah.
pump was still throwing bubbles, so hitting the wall and shit. So it probably just, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, just the mist off the bubbles and the humidity inside the pail. That's fucking cool,
Yeah.
man.
That is
Yeah, I didn't mean
crazy,
any
man.
offense by that at
No,
all.
I
I was
was
just
just messing.
that that's a success story right there. You shut that down because
Facts.
you were sick and you were like, "I don't wanna fucking deal with this."
Yep.
And they
Yep.
still
Yeah.
grew. They said, "Fuck you, I'm not dying."
You ain't killing me off that easy.
Right. So right here was, now mind you, all these plants were sick. So, and I've already cut clones or cuts off of all these two, or these three at least. So that's why they're not as full. These are all 60 days old. Um, this is Sunset Set Sherbert. I got this from Mr.
Oh, nice.
Trichomes. This is Welcome to the Grow Tent.
Nice.
Sunset Sherbert. Then we got a Chill Out OG from Mr. Grow It. And
Nice.
then our family favorite, Exotic Genetics Falcon 9. Like that
Nice.
is that
Nice.
they love that so much, man. The citrus. I can't stand it. I mean, I like it. It's good smoke, but I grew so much of it. I don't want it no more. But they love it, so I have to keep
Yeah.
growing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I feel that one. It's nice though to have some of those strains to come back to later on. You know what I mean?
Right.
In your head, you're sick of it, but after you haven't had it for like 4 or 5 months, you come back to it and you're like, "Oh, you know what? I like it again."
I like it again. Right. Oh yeah, I'm
I do that
definitely
I
gonna
do that
smoke
all the time.
it.
I always have to have a variety because I hate smoking the same strain all the time. I just get sick of it.
Right.
So,
Right.
no, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, we gotta get
But
Mr.
Yeah.
Trichomes up on here one night.
right.
We
Yeah.
do.
So I think his lights. You know what? No, his lights are on. I'm not gonna give him no excuses. Mr. Tricones, bring yourself up here.
Yeah. Yes,
But
yes.
no,
Yep,
I missed you guys the last couple weeks, but it's been because, not because I didn't want to show the badness, because I told everybody how bad it is, and you can see, we're
Yeah.
still coming back from it. It's just been I've been so busy. I've been here supporting. I've been in all the chats and stuff, so I just
yep,
didn't have time.
Yeah,
Plus
we
my base.
appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I'm always gonna be here.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Always. Probably
And
chatting
you know, like
good times.
sometimes when you're sick, like you don't even necessarily want to
Oh,
participate. You just
no.
want to turn it on, and sometimes you just want to listen to it.
Right.
You don't want anybody
You don't want
knowing
to
you're there.
say a word. Yeah.
No offense to anybody, but when you're sick, you just fucking don't want to deal with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what
They
I
all
mean?
know. They all know. We
So
all know. It's reality. You know, it is what it is. But
yeah, I'm just getting over it now myself. Like I still got the cough, but I'm over the sickness, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling
Yeah.
it still too.
took me about 14 days altogether. Like the first 5 or 6 was the worst, and then it took me that long to actually recuperate. I think I lost 8 pounds. I didn't eat or even smoke for 4 days. That's like crazy. That's fucking
Yeah, I
crazy.
was telling Bunny like I smoke cigarettes, like a lot of cigarettes,
I
and I
don't
was telling Bunny like I couldn't even smoke. I couldn't smoke cigarettes. I was smoking like 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. I should have quit, but
right.
smoking like 1 or 2 cigarettes a
Most
day,
people do.
and like
Yeah,
I was taking like 2 or 3 bong tokes a day and like little baby ones, like a half rip, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
I
that's all I
couldn't
could
do
take.
nothing.
I couldn't
I
even
wasn't even
handle anything
coherent
else.
enough to know. I could have told my girl to please water, and she would have. I wasn't even that coherent. Like I was
Yeah.
that out of it. It was crazy. It was unreal. I don't wish that on nobody. I ain't got nobody I'm mad at that I'd wish that on.
No. No,
But
being sick sucks.
it sucks. I want you guys to have a very good night. Bunny, I hope you have a good party. Happy Valentine's. Everybody in chat, much love. Ohio, let's fucking go. You guys show so much support and so much love all day long. I've seen you guys in every fucking chat. I don't know how we do it, but we get the shit done.
We
Let's
gots
fucking
to,
go.
man. We're gonna have to
Right?
change this show to the Ohio Grow Show soon.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Like
know
we're gonna
what?
Hosted
It's
by two Canadians.
hosted by two Canadians, the Ohio
fuck
Grower
yeah.
Show. Let's fucking
Hell yeah.
get it. Hey,
Pretty soon, man, I think. I think you
it's a
guys are taking
blessing.
over.
It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, and I just love watching everybody come up, show their grows, you know, show us what's going on. Most of us just tell us what's going on in your day. You know what I mean? The shit
Yeah,
is
Yep.
that it works out that way too. Like so,
exactly.
yeah. It's a community that I know I'm a grow with. I'm a grow with this community, and I love all of them, and I love all you guys for real.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a trip. It's a trip. I
It's
put a
it's
lot of
amazing.
time.
Like
Yeah, I put a
Bunny's
lot of
Bunny's been
time and
here.
effort into to what I do here for these guys, for you,
Yeah.
for them, for me. I do it for myself, for the
Yep.
gratification of
Well,
just
that's it right there. You got to do it for yourself first.
right.
You know what I mean? You do this because you enjoy it, and that's why I
Yes,
do it. I know
Yep.
that's why Bunny does it because we enjoy doing this. You know,
facts.
first things first, we do it for us, and then we wouldn't be here on screen right now if it wasn't for the community that's hanging out in the chat right now. You know what I mean? We'd all
Facts.
just be,
Yes.
sitting on a screen talking about this to each other, but we got the community here with us, and I think that's fucking super cool.
And they keep it
And Bunny's
rolling,
been
man.
Yes.
They
Bonnie's
keep
been
it
in the
rolling.
community for a long ass time, so she's seen the community go up and down and up and down and up and down. And I've been
Oh,
here
yes.
for less than Bunny, but still a long fucking time, man. And I've
Yeah.
seen this community flip flop and change and do all kinds of crazy shit. So we got some
Yes,
good
much
people right
love,
now,
man.
and as long as we're all on the same page of being fucking nice and hanging out and doing our thing and talking our shit, then we're good.
Facts.
That's
Facts. And
right.
support each other, support your
Yep.
That's right.
community, especially these like I said, like the grow shops, man. Everybody's shutting down. They're moving out, and people don't realize they're once they're gone, they're just gonna jack the prices up at the other place that you're ordering it from. That's how they move the shit, They
Yep.
they they lower the price to get the small guys out of the way, and then once they get out of the way, they raise the price. They fucking almost double it. So
And good luck ordering soil online because you'll buy
right,
soil for $40 a bag, but it'll get there. It'll be $200 a bag because you had to pay $150 in shipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. So definitely support your local grow shop because
Facts.
we can't afford to buy soil
Yes.
online. It's not possible. Even
No, it's
nutrients. Like
expensive.
my bags of nutrients come with 20 kilograms in it. You know what I mean? Trying to ship that is fucking insane.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
Hey,
buying one
shout out
bag at a
Athena.
time.
Athena made come up with a solution, man. They made that dry product. So the box that I got, I think weighed 17 pounds total.
Yep.
Where if it was in the 3 gallons, it's way more than that.
Yeah. Oh,
It
that's
was,
my nutrients are also dry, but
is
they're
it
20
dry?
kilograms.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So yeah. I mean, if it
But
comes that way, it's a little easier, but it still costs money. It's
oh yeah, for sure. And if you're buying liquid nutrients, man, like it can be expensive.
right.
But
Oh yeah.
I was watching Justin from Green Planet the other day. He was I'm trying to think of what can't remember if it was live on Instagram or if it was one of his Growing Exposed episodes. It might have been the one with 61 Charlie. They were talking about nutrients and they've come out with their 40 line, which is a dry product, so they can stop shipping so much water weight. And he said
Yeah,
that was
that's
one
what
of
it
the main
is.
main reasons why they did that was
Yeah.
to cut back on
Smart.
shipping costs. And it's not for them. They don't have to pay the shipping cost. We have to pay it when
It's
we buy it.
us.
So
Right? Yeah. Well, that just
so
shows how much they definitely look out for us as much as they can. You know,
exactly. So big shout out to Athena, Green Planet,
facts.
all the companies
Facts.
that are trying to make it
Yes.
easier and cheaper for us. But
Please do. Please do.
go to your local grocery shop and you don't even have to ship nothing.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And you get this look at the product. You can read it, and
Ask
most of the
questions.
people in
You
there
can
are going to
talk
be
to the
able to
people in the
explain to you.
store.
Yes, they'll be able
Yeah,
to tell you what's going on with it, whether or not that how if they've seen it used. Like you can get a lot of information from it. You can't ask Amazon none of that shit. Like,
right.
if
I wouldn't
you
trust Amazon anyways.
right,
I
or
wouldn't
I
ask
mean either
Amazon
way.
shit. But yeah, no, exactly what you're saying.
Shout
It's
out
nice to be able to talk
Amazon
to
though.
somebody
Shout out
and
Amazon because they
yeah. There is stuff I get online that I can't
right,
get from my local grocery store, but I mean, as much as I can, I do try to get what I can from there.
right,
So
right.
my grocery store chick is cool, man. She's super dope. She's actually been on before. We had her on years ago for we did a big giveaway actually. I went into the store one day and she said, I want to do a giveaway with you. And she came on the show and she gave away hundreds of dollars worth of shit. And she took
Nice.
care of all the shipping. She took care of everything. All we had to do was have her on, and she did everything. She wrote everybody's name out individually on a piece of paper instead of doing a wheel. Like she put a lot into it, and it was really,
That's
really cool.
rough.
So
Yeah, that's tough.
there was thousands of people that were in this giveaway too. So it was fucking dope.
Well, I'll tell
So
you what. I wish I'd have had it. I wanted to. My thoughts was to go in that day when I went in. It was actually Tuesday. I went to my grocery store and I wanted to go in with my phone and ask them if I can do a little video around the store, but they were just opening up, so I didn't want to, bother them. I know they had shit they had to do.
yeah,
So the owner was there, and I stopped him because I know him, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you're open today," because they were closed Saturday when I went. I was kind of upset, but they were all sick. The whole shop shut down because of that. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like, yeah. But anyway, that's when he started explaining to me about how he's getting ready to might have to shut down, and I like he's got every product you can think of. He's got the AC Infinity lines, Mars Hydro, the but all the buckets, anything you could think of, he's got there. So, and a lot of these
yeah.
places don't have that because of the community. I mean, it's hard to. Most of the places want you to pay for this shit up front. They don't like put it on your store shelves and wait for you to sell it. Like you have to pay them, and then you make your money
And
after.
they'll bring it in. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's rough. So yeah, I wish I would have recorded it. It would have been a great little episode for Monday's show. But we're definitely going to hit on it Monday, just to let you guys know. Because I mean, we got to start supporting. Like that's why these laws
definitely.
are able to change as much as they are. Because even our grow stores and dispensaries are like, the fucking community ain't supporting us at all. So why even
Yeah.
try? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Well, yeah, they
yeah,
can't make any money at it because we're all buying stuff online. I mean,
yep,
if you're
yep.
paying out of your own pocket to keep your business open, it's not working. So
Can't rob Peter to pay Paul.
we are the problem. So
Exactly. Yes, it's us as a society, as a community. We need to support our community. So yeah,
absolutely.
sorry to run on about that, but I mean those are
No,
things
no.
like that's like
It's an important topic
ah,
for sure.
for sure. Yes. Yeah.
So, but yes, we're gonna
You
let you go
guys.
for tonight because Miss
Yes, sir.
Bunny is. I can tell. I can see by the look on her face. She's like,
I
I got to
see her.
go.
I see her going. Hey, I hope you have a wonderful night, Bunny. Chat,
Thank
you
you.
guys all been a blast. Always great supporters.
Yes.
Ganix,
Yes,
you're
yes.
my dude. Your package is on the way. Hey, so before you
Hell
guys
yeah.
leave, man, I didn't know. Like, I'm not gonna be able to draw that exact same picture that I drew. Which one gets it? Like, I want to send it to one of you guys, and I'll draw another one. It just won't be the same. Like, there's no way I
Yeah.
can't do it the same. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
even
tell,
you can send it to Bunny,
Send it to
and
Ganix.
then
He'll have a spot for it in his new place.
well, what I was gonna say, one of us can get it, and the other one can copy it, and then
okay,
send it to the other one, so we can both at least have a
Oh,
copy of it.
yeah.
yeah, we can
You know what
do
I mean?
that. That'll work. That'll work.
One will be
But I
the
got
hard copy, but one will be a print of it. But I mean, at least that way we can both
Yeah.
still have a
right.
copy of it.
And then you're both
Yeah.
gonna get your own individual one also. So we'll get that
Yes.
more realistic. I'm gonna do a realistic drawings. Bunny, you just like to
Yeah.
hide your face, and yeah, Ganix, you too, man. I'm searching through all these pictures, and I'm like, Bunny's like this, and I if you catch it at the wrong angle, it changes your look a little. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get you in the right spot sooner or later.
I move a lot too. Like when I'm
Like
on
right
camera, I'm
there, I
always
just
like
got
moving
you,
around.
buddy. That was a good smile right there. I got you.
Yeah, I move around a lot, so it's hard to get like a good
Right?
spot.
Yeah,
So
I can do cartoons that way. Cartoons is easy. I can draw you real quick. But when I'm trying to do
yeah,
realistic, I gotta have a nice still photo, something that's not
yeah,
changing
yeah.
and doing all
Make a
this.
good one.
All right, you guys.
And
You guys have a
All
good
right,
night.
brother.
See
You
ya.
as
thanks for
well.
coming
Good
on.
talking at you.
Anytime, anytime. Thank you.
Yes.
We'll talk soon.
See ya.
Yes.
Peace, bro.
What a great night. We have seen so many awesome gardens. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us.
Yeah, that was good. We had a bunch of good gardens
Yes,
on. I wasn't sure what tonight
we
was gonna be like
did.
with it being Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people are busy today and doing their thing and
Yes.
different time zones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like right now, the West Coast, we're 3 hours back, so people are still out having dinner and doing their thing and date nights and all
Yes,
that fun stuff. So
that's right. And don't forget, next week we have D the Bud Guy coming on.
yeah, we do, and
And
that's gonna be fun
yeah,
because D is one of the most positive people in the community,
he is.
and he's
But you
always
will
got
have to,
good stuff to talk
you'll,
about. So
yes, yes. All
so yeah,
right.
you
Well,
gotta
I
be
hope you
here
guys
in order to see it.
all have a great night, and we will see you Wednesday for Dee's interview.
Yes, yes, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Peace.
That's right.